Hello, everybody. Welcome. Friday stream. This is a distraction stream. This stream is for me, not for you. No. You are helping me distract myself from all the other. No, that's not untrue. But thank you to everyone who watched the video that went up today. The video was explaining that I was moving. And I am. It's still true. If you watched some of the live streams recently, then you probably would have seen that I was stressed and anxious about everything that goes along with the home buying process, I suppose. I bought a house once before. It was a while ago. It was the house you guys, some of you may have seen on the videos back when I did them when I lived in Kansas City. That was the last house that I had. Sorry, I'm popping out my chat. I did a little 30-minute pre-stream. I've been doing that lately for the it's just like a little stream before the stream for channel members. So that seems to be a fun little addition. But then we get on here and we do our regular thing. So I was explaining to them about what was going on, and I'm looking forward to it. Moving is very stressful. Where's the real host of this show? She served me tacos and then she's like, peace out. I am done. But yeah, the hors d'oeuvre stream. What did my dad always call them? Horse ovaries. Hors d'oeuvres, horse ovaries, whatever. Blind Guy RC, super sticker. Thank you very much. Glad to see you. Can Nicole join us tonight? I will try and make her pop in. You finished the mud truck? I haven't finished it. It's running, but I have not put the new shocks on, which is not a bad idea. So I take your tightrope buggy, please. It is packed in the van already. Gunner came and congratulations. Love tacos. They're the best. Love tacos. There's so many different varieties. But Gunner came up tonight and we packed his van full. Like when we open that door tomorrow morning, we're gonna have to just be ready. Just be ready to catch it. So that's I'm looking forward to it. Huzzah! 3. This has sent you an offer for 2 trucks on IG. I tell you what, my Instagram today, I have not caught up, but my messages, I got a lot of messages about people wanting to buy stuff. I'm like, we'll see what happens after the swap meet, because trying to get through that stuff. Are you staying here or moving outside? No, still staying here. My day job, none of that is changing. Nothing is changing other than where I'll be sleeping and my drive to work, and my bank account, which is now very sad. And I would imagine will be quite sad for quite some time. Every month. Nicole and I have rented since we came to California. So, you know, it's wild. You know, we owned a house in Kansas City, but house in Kansas City versus a house in California, not the same thing. So better commute, slightly worse. Slightly worse. I'll take it. I'm not super worried. So the second channel should be a home assistant channel. We were discussing a little bit on the pre-stream that we've been discussing and kind of working on the initial thoughts or ideas, plans of doing a not like a second channel. Like a lot of big channels have second channels where they put up just like a little bit more random or whatever. This is like, because fabrication stuff or design stuff in general does terrible on this channel. Like it just does not perform whatsoever. So instead, thinking about just doing a second and being able to play with that stuff a little bit more, whether that's CAD design and fabrication of stuff, maybe that isn't just RC. Even if it is RC, I think I could frame it in a way that would work better on a channel like that. And then I could just refer people to it when needed. But that's a whole nother project. And I really feel like I should probably get moved first. So, best part of having a second channel is I can refer my friends without being embarrassed about my secret hobby. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Will. Assisted living with Josh. Yeah. New house on the room for Josh. Oh yeah, but is the garage bigger? Not really. Like ever so slightly, and I feel like I'll be able to utilize it more, a little better, but not really. Like studio space will be slightly smaller, garage will be slightly bigger, but like that's really it. Does 3D printing use the same file types as the auto plasma tables? No. Auto plasma tables are going to use DXF generally, and 3D printers use STL, stereolithography, which is basically a 3D representation of a ton of triangles. Software wise, though, well, still no. As far as the software that actually writes or runs, slices or writes the tool paths for the two, it's different. But design files can be created, like Fusion 360, I create files for both laser cut / plasma cut, same, or very similar, or for 3D printing. And obviously, oftentimes they're combined into the same. So that's the thing. But do you at least have a yard? Also, no yard whatsoever. Yep, no, I'm. And what's the point? It's purely the difference between renting and then trying to build some equity by owning. That is, and it is a bigger house, so like it's got an actual living room downstairs that doesn't have to be occupied by my editing computer and stuff like that. And will be slightly more adult. Yeah. I will say that my house in Kansas City was 125,000, and my house in California is much less than that. That's like LA prices. Sacramento is cheaper than that. I cannot afford 700,000 house. We're listen, if you want to be rich, don't work in RC. Are you closer to work? Nope. So room for more trucks is what you're saying? I mean, technically, yes. I just have to hide them throughout the house. Have I ever tried Victoria beer? I've never even heard of it. What 3D scanner would you recommend? My preference for 3D scanners these days is still the Revo Point Pop 3. Out of all the ones that I currently have, that is the one that I have found to be the most reliable for me. So they're still far from perfect. Far from it. Like as advertised, they're not the same. I use them as a tool for reference data generally. But you still really gotta hamper, like, they show just like, yeah, you're just going to take this thing and you're going to 3D scan it and you're going to be able to 3D print that thing. I'm like, not freaking hardly, not even a little bit. Like if you get a model that looks good enough like that in 5 tries, you'd be real lucky. Housing is disgusting everywhere right now. Absolutely true. Yeah. Says the guy with the bright orange Corvette. I will say yes. But the Corvette costs about the same as my Gladiator. You gotta remember that's a 5-year-old, 6-year-old car. Used car. Sell the trike. I know. I know. Are you closer to any RC airfields? Not really sure. I can't say that I've been to many. So I know where there are a couple, but I don't really know. MT. Congrats on you. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Do you have any 3D scanners you'd sell? I'd have to look. I've lent a few of mine out to people, like to try it out. Like, yeah, my friend Bobby at Gately Audio, he's got a couple of them. I was trying to, let him play around with that stuff. And then I lent another one to Travis, who's on the channel quite a bit, just to like play around with. So maybe I do. Good call pretending to sell some before. I'm just gave him to Gunner to drive him around the block a little while before she comes back. Yeah. Oh man, I lost the scroll. Sorry. You saying that here I am working on square body parts for my K10. I just scanned with a lizard, also bigger house, but you said smaller. Yes. So yeah, honestly, the lizard, that was a good scanner. That was one of my better scanners as well. I feel like some of the ones that I had after it were not as good as the lizard. Yeah, bigger house, smaller room. Yes. So it is a bigger house in other space, but like it's still like this house is technically a 2-bedroom house with a den, this being a den because there's no closet. The new house is just a 3-bedroom house. So this room would have a closet, but it's got some other space. So, the cats they have stairs. So there you go. The cats can run up the stairs. Let's see the trialer. I don't like trials, but no. I haven't touched it since I showed it last, but it's currently welded up. So I did get the wood PLA and the wood textured bed for the bamboo, so I can have a wood platform that'll print the PLA on, so it'll like imprint across. Could work. And then I've got the fenders designed up and the axle set up, but beyond that, I have not touched it. So I'll get back to it. When I did it, I had the hardwood done, but I'm like, that's just not going to look right. So we're not using that. We will not be using that. When do I plan to move? Soon. It'll be a little bit of a process. It'll be a process. Put the carbon in the closet. So I have that closet now. I'm thinking about pulling the doors off of it so I can just maximize the amount of usage, build it out in a way that will be fun. So that's part of how I will try and reclaim a little bit of the space. I'm not really sure what the total square footage difference will be, but congrats on the house. Perfect timing with the little one on the grass. Nicole was so mad at that joke. So mad at that joke. She was not entertained. Do you have 2.2s on the orange optic? I do. I do. Uh, 2.2s, 1.9 tires. So these are just BFG crawlers, Proline BFG crawlers on some gray KMC Riots in 2.2 with some 475 hubs. Too fast. Too furious. Dana did one. I'm not sure. I don't know if Dana's been in here, but Dana did one that Night Custom shared. He printed it in green, but he did the Eclipse style artwork on it. It looked pretty good. I'm the only home assistant nerd in here. You'll need to give that. If you're a nerd on it, then like I'm here for it. I just don't know anything about it. Josh can clean his McSheetrock. Let's see. Any wheels for sale tomorrow? No, I didn't bring any like just wheels and tire stuff. I do have a huge bin of honestly, I don't have any more room. We packed Gunner's van full. I maximize the amount of space that I can take. So hey, Dana is here. Dana's the one who did the green one. That looked awesome. How hard is it to stretch that tire on? It's simple. It might be easier to mount than anything because it like wants to hold in the bead. It never wants to pop out. So it's very easy. So was the Ripper for sale? No, I did not load it in there. I like, no, that probably shouldn't go. That'll stay. My girlfriend wants to know you're on the Joseph. Did I bring it in here? Hold on. I was going to show it on Wednesday, but I'll go grab it quick. So this came in the mail yesterday. In there was, first of all, Porsche that Brandon was very jealous of, as well as a second Porsche, which is also cool and new, and then a Corvette, which I have Porsches and Corvettes. Those are the only 164th that I'm currently holding on to. There was a broken fortune cookie in there. I still left it broken, but there was this in here, which is, I was like, what in the world is going on here? And then, so there's all these dice, and inside it says, my girlfriend said to have some culture in and play D&D, which I thought was freaking hilarious. Now, I know nothing about these weird die, and how you're supposed to use one that has 3 numbers on a single side. Like, how do you know which one I don't understand any of this. And then there's one that is wild heavy and has a ton of different numbers. I was like, I feel like this, you're going to throw at somebody. So I have no idea what this stuff is or how you use it. Whichever number is facing up, idiot. That's not possible when it's like it lands like this. You got, oh shit, all 3. They all match. They all match. I didn't notice they matched on all 3 sides. I didn't really look. I was just like, that's so weird. Never mind. That makes sense now. I didn't look at it close enough. I didn't look at it that close to see that they all match. That's weird. There's only 4 options on a dice. Huh. I guess you learned something. Huh. This many days old. That is exactly right. I learned something. See? Too many moving parts. Learn something new every day. Hey, I'm not too, and I don't even D&D. Nobody believes you, Matt. Nobody believes you. Everybody would assume that you D&D. But I thought that was quite hilarious. And the guys at the office were all, this guy is reproducing. Nope. False. I'm not reproducing. I don't know what that means. There ain't no way Matt wasn't part of the D&D club in school. Totally agree. Third channel, learning D&D with Josh. Now that's funny. Matt got into D&D because he misunderstood the request for a dungeon master. I mean, I don't know for 100% what that means, but I'm just assuming not good. So yes, you learn something new every day. Wait until you get into 40K. What does that mean? I don't know what any of this means. Josh, what are your thoughts on the new Holmes motor he is dropping on Monday? Would you run in the Jimmy's or the Rockabilly? I think that I would. I think that you're talking about, that's the 10 pole stubby, the super, like that seems pretty rad. I think it, like something like that in the Rockabilly, I would be like, yeah. Warhammer 40K. I've seen a South Park episode about this. That's what I know. Only thing I know from Warhammer is from South Park. So depending on how correct or realistic that is, that's about all I know. The room feels so empty without me. Song references that I don't. You outdid me. You made her day. Thank you, Joseph. And thank you both for sending that box. That's much appreciated. Would you use that new Losi U4 rig for that build you want to do? Would you use the new Losi U4 rig? Did I miss a release today? Losi RC. I need to know about this. New Losi RC. Okay, I don't see it. Let's see. I saw the Supermoto release. Yeah. What U4 rig are you talking about, Josh? Or am I just not seeing something? Hey, Rob Moore, thank you very much. South Park is a great documentary show. I agree. I felt like a nerd being an RC, but after I saw the other guys that have castles and figures and cars and die, yeah. I was in Hobbytown USA Folsom years ago. Oh, see, I went to Hobbytown Folsom only a couple of times before it closed. What color filaments do you use for engines? I use a silk silver for the blocks, typically. I'll use some of the carbon fiber black, and here and there, like I've used the ruby red for valve covers before. On the Rockabilly, what did I use? What did I use on here? I think on this one, I mainly used the silver. I used a little bit of a bronze silk on the air filter and the exhaust, but I didn't use anything too wild on here. Losina TLR8. Oh, the big, isn't that the big one? That would be much bigger, I think, than what I would want to use for. I'm just double checking. Low C TLR8. Yeah. So that's just the big laser nut, right? So it'd be much larger than what I think the Techno is going to be the way that I want to go, specifically just because of it's super beefy, like it's overbuilt for the size, and that's why I want to run it. Let's see. Do you want a carbon hood for that thing? Oh, you're offering to make one for me because I have not had the time. Actually, I didn't even have the time to work on this hood. I was going to have Matt print and sand and smooth one for me. But by all means, I would like to use a carbon hood. But I'm planning on painting it, I guess, is the thing. So like it feels like such a waste to have you go through all that effort. You know what I mean? Did you see the Losi Pro Moto they just released? I did. I love Supermotos. So anything Supermoto, I'm pretty cool with. Why not? Yeah, the TL has been ever. Yeah, that was the one that I caught the little bit of a spoiler on when they accidentally uploaded some parts onto Tower Hobbies. I was like, "Are you ready for the Holmes Stubby Inliner launch Monday?" I am ready. I think that sounds like a great idea to me, and I am ready. I'm here for it. Thank you as always. Josh New Channel, 3D design some of Ty's ring share. I talked to Ty a little bit the other day through we bullshit on Messenger here and there a little bit, but just joining Night Friday Night Live, a full plate edition. Full plate is absolutely right. Call. How do you like Supercross? I've watched Supercross a little bit, but I've never followed it fully. I mean, something with a motor. I'll watch it, like just whatever. I don't really care what they're racing. When people are racing things with engines, I'm usually somewhat interested. 100-mile-an-hour sport bike would be sick. I would love it if they would do a sport bike. I think that would be a blast. Well, I say that. It would probably also be. My mic keeps cutting out. Is everybody having that? Somebody let me know. Motocross better than Supercross. I would have to say I'm ignorant to the difference. I don't know the difference. Like I didn't used to know the difference between Indy and F1 even. Fine here. Audio seems fine. Okay. Could just be. Wait. Russian tractor racing is crazy. I don't know that I've seen that, but that does sound awesome. Motocross is outside, Supercross is indoors. Okay. If I was going to guess, that's what I would. I guess I would have thought that like motocross was outdoor tracks and Supercross was just like in arenas or things like that. If I was going to guess, but I really didn't. I didn't know. Did you watch the whole? No, I didn't watch the whole. I was on the Reef stream early and then I had to cut out. So no, I did not see it. There's a difference between Indy and F1? Yes. All right, we're going to turn the whole stream is going to be F1 talk. Riding belt sander racing it. I remember when I was in middle school and one of the guys got a what did we call him? A referral, like having to go to the office, get in trouble, get written up because he rode a belt sander across the top of one of the tables. Then you have arena cross, enduro cross. Oh, Jesus. Last mess. Oh, I was like, wait, what? I'll see. Moving closer. Wait, did I miss one? I'm going down. Checking. There, I did. So were you willing to sell the Woods Runner or even the Porsche? But I didn't see the river. So Nicole, no. Yes, I am willing to consider those two, but I've not put anything down. Josh, I'm sorry. Did you see SpaceX catch the big ass rocket? Yes. Oh, but I mean, I guess I saw one that was like maybe a month ago, and it was pretty awesome. But I don't know that I've seen one since then. Sorry. Cereal? I've had a couple. I love cereal so much. Nicole and I don't keep it in the house very often. But like, you put a box of cereal in front of me, and I feel like every kid born in the 80s loves cereal. I swear to God, half of our childhood was just cereal commercials. It's just, yeah, I saw one that did blow up recently. Did you move out of the city? Nope. Still same city. It's yeah. Oh man, I love them all. Like so many. You see, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but like Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, Rice Krispies, Special K, Raisin Bran. I feel like Fruit Loops would probably, if I was just going in and grabbing one, I feel like Fruit Loops would be one. Rice Checks. Oh, so many. Frosted Mini Wheats. Ooh. Last till the new LED room. This is for cheap. Cereal is dog food for humans. I don't care. Ooh, honeycomb. I do love honeycomb. Yes. Probably. I love Lucky Charms. Absolutely. Rice Check Snap Pops. Oh, I love Pops. Kicks. Never my favorite. Golden Grams. Reese's Pups. I don't know if I've had that one actually. Sugar Snaps. Don't think I ever had it. Cookie Crisp. I don't think I ever had it. Bachelor Chow. Corn Pops. God, I love Corn Pops. Yeah. Cinnamon Life. Oh, I forgot about Life cereal. I do like Life cereal. Apple Jacks had it. Grape Nuts. Nicole likes Grape Nuts. I was just like, that looks awful. I've never had it. It just came in the smaller box. I'm like, I'm not getting the small box one, even though it was way dense. No, thanks. I want the box to be enormous. Honey Nut Cheerio. Oh, just about any of the Cheerios. Frosted, regular, Honey Nut. Any Cheerios, I'm down for. Captain Crunch was crack. Oh, absolute. Cream of wheat. No, I don't know. That's not me. I don't think I've ever had it. I'll bring you a box of O's. It's life-changing. Interesting. I'm intrigued. I've never heard. Frankenberries. Did you get rid of the CJ7? I haven't gotten rid of anything, but as you can see, there are several. Well, not this one. This one is here, but there are several shelves empty because I did load the CJ7 into the van tonight. I'm like, we'll see. We'll see. Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles. Fully agree. What should I put in my stance? VFD trans. I got one of the trucks of fortune. It came with a stubby kit, and I want to put a dig on it. What else should I put in the trans since I have it open and apart? If you got a stance RTR, I would put a 21% gear set in it. Now, if you've got a couple of options there, you can. I think the best move is to, if you're going to do 21%, just get the lightweight transfer case gear set, because that's also 21%. It replaces all the gears in the transfer case, and it's in a comp style truck. So that is the way that I would go. That would give you more overdrive, a little bit lighter weight, machine gears, ton of bang for the buck right away, and you're done. Any cereal as a Rice Krispie is fun. Oh, also agree. Yes. Fruity Pebble Rice Krispie treats. Love it. I do fairly good at like just not keeping all that stuff in the house. Nicole and I both were like, hey, if we have this, we turn it into raccoons and we just eat it until it's gone, like immediately. So we don't really keep bread in the house. We don't have much cereal. Yeah, pretty good. Do you still comp 24s? I have not lately, but I absolutely want to get all the way back into it because I really enjoy comping the 24 scale stuff. It's just a lot of fun. So, an excellent example of why I cannot have those in the house. Like if I have a 5-pound box of them, I'll eat a 5-pound box. That's why I have to take it to work. Sounds like third world conditions. You cut to the chase and just fire Uncrustables. I don't keep those in the house much either. I can chop by a raccoon. Josh. Yes, Frank is like, we're like swapping some stuff or giving him some parts or whatever it is. And he goes, "Here, I stopped and got you some goodies." I'm like, "Oh, it's gone." What we got to do to get you with the dust off the MOA and sporty. When is the Arizona shootout? It's very close. It's exactly as close as it has been for at least a year, but it's pretty close. Like with a solid night of work, it could be ready to run. Now, I did not load these into the van because I do really want to finish and drive these because I do love some competition. So, and I've got 2 sporties ready to go. May 2 through 4. Oh, that's a possibility. That's a reasonable time frame. Tires are going to dry out before you finish. Oh, it's a concern. That is a concern for sure. So at what intersection should I have my highway indicator to intercept the van with all the goodies? Yeah, I feel like Gunner definitely needed an escort. I am concerned. I will be keeping my eyes peeled for 3 Honda Civics on my way to the swap meet tomorrow. So, are you moving closer to good crawling spots? No, further. What? That's the same weekend? I thought Beat the Creek was later than that. Well, then, no, I can't go, Will, because Beat the Creek is on my plan. With spoon engines? I don't know if these specifically will have spoon engines, because that was Hector. Hector was going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. So, with green underglow and anchor tires. And I was scanning the horizon for anybody wearing motocross helmets or supercross helmets. I don't know what I'm supposed to call them anymore. Everyone knows a Hector. Sorry. What? It's moving, and what event is Z4 build for? When might the build along start? No specific event for that one. I just want to do it. We have a local track that it does run events. I'll probably find a schedule for that so I can try and coordinate with it. But I need to get the Rockabilly up and done first. So as soon as I can get that done, then I need to start doing my initial stuff for that one. I would imagine that I'll need about a month of prep before I'm able to start a build along for it. So I would imagine that will be a March. Actually, I would bet on it being sometime in March. Yes, I would almost guarantee it. Which is a stupid thing to say on my side. Johnny B, thank you very much. I read online you can use the lower links of a stance as upper links on an H10 in the rear when you're doing a four-wheel steer. And I'll give you the extra length. That seems pretty. What's upper? The lower links on the stance are bent, is my concern. So let's see, you're talking about the lower fronts, which that could be a thing. But yeah, I'd have to check. Brandon and I have discussed we need to get that done and linked so we can put it on the site, because we have the builder's links and you can get those pretty inexpensively, and you could buy 2 of them. You'd be, $7-8 into the set of links that you need and you'd be done. So I really just need to get that thing done. You got to do that whole move thing. I know. Oh, I'm so not. Am I going to see you guys at the event tomorrow, Kurt/Lauren? Are you selling more trucks than what you showed in the last video? Maybe a couple more, a few more, depending on what I found or saw. I don't really remember what I showed, so I don't know, but I think that there's some more in there. Pretty sure I found a couple or a few last night that was kind of after that. Yeah. Why hasn't Uncrustables done a tuna one? Oh God. The perfect collab that never happened. I mean, if you're ever gonna toast an Uncrustable, real question is, how many trucks are you going to buy at the swap meet? None. I have excellent self-control. Just ask me. Seriously, I can grab a flatbed from work and get most everything moved in a day. I think I actually I've got some trailer access done. I was considering movers. I just don't know. I just hate the thought of all of the packing. Just, yeah, I gotta figure that out. Do you have the new house laid out in CAD yet? Absolutely. Yes, of course I do. 100%. I might, let's see if I have a screenshot of it, which I might, because I think I was discussing with Matt showing different versions. And then, of course, no, I don't. I can show you a photo of the studio. There you go. It's a big white room. Big white room. So that's really it. I was thinking I had a photo of the CAD layout, but I don't. So pallets and a pallet jack, done deal. Offer. I can offer my services. Take even more JJ's tomorrow. Thank you, Moose Jaw. If I can think of more that I want to take that I haven't been fit in there, I'll shoot you a text. I'm guessing that I've packed in there what I feel. My bigger concern is just the amount of space at this place. It's not big. Ooh, a fan. The fan is actually something. I'm thinking that I'm going to take the fan out. I just don't know. Doing raps with freak shins for the Rockabilly? Yes. Neil has been on me about that. So I need to get him that stuff for you guys. I'm actually more, I don't know what he's gonna do for the hood. So I don't know how to plan for that exactly with him. And chat colors great. Only fan, no S. It's really the best room offered to you. It's so. I mean, Nicole's like, why do you want that room compared to this? I was like, well, I need this because she doesn't fight me much. Doesn't really matter. Deals to be had because Josh 8's back in trucks. So. You will sweat bullets during summer. I mean, this room doesn't have a fan. It's been fine, but I know. The fan will be nice when you're sim racing. That's a decent point. That is a decent point. Your studio needs a Viper chair. I'm very particular on chairs. The chair that I have in here is mesh back and mesh bottom. Very important. Try and sit in one spot for like 3 hours to do a live stream with a leather bottom chair. Uncomfortable. All mesh. I have a Viper chair in the garage though, and I love it. So, the current house is a rental, or it's a rental. Yes. Yes, this is not. We are purchasing our first home in California. So we have been here for quite some time. Been in California a little over 9 years now. Wild. Hey, look at this guy. Thomas Bielsa. Thank you very much. My notifications were off. I figured you were packing. Picture this. Levels. Love a good levels. Yeah. But yeah, this I should be. But I packed some tonight, just in a van that's driving away. Wow, it's been 9 years. Dang. Dude, I know. Will. Yeah, let's see. Will, 2014 is when we did Scale Nationals in, no. Was that 13? 12? What year did we do Scale Nationals in Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma, in Washington/Oregon? I think that was some of the first videos on this channel. Is that right? Oh, how do I go? Scale Nationals. Show all. Let's see. There we go. 2012 is when we did Scale Nationals up there. Dang. I think 12. Yeah. And that was not, I don't think that was the first. Was that maybe the first time we hung out? It was 2012? Either way. Yeah. We've known each other a very long time. So 2015 was Colorado. Yep, I did 2015 in Colorado. 2014 was Cedar City, Utah. And maybe I didn't do 13. No, it's just the first time we connect. Go fun report AC. This channel had a video tour of your last house as you were packing up. You should do that again. I think I will. So it will be shorter than the last one. I tell you that. So love the Union shirt, boy hobby. Jay, good seeing you, man. Hope all is well. Yeah, this is the sheet metal. This is actually from Frank on here. Union always has the best shirts. They're always made so well. Be funny if you still have those iron recordings from driver interviews. I mean, I still have the videos up. If I actually had I might have the raw data from those still. He's not saying hella or dude. He's not in it. Every once in a while, I've caught myself with a hella. Yeah. Can he leave any Easter eggs for the new tenant? Now, that's an interesting thought. I believe this house, I'm pretty sure, is being sold as soon as I leave it. The landlord of this house is a friend of mine and somebody that you guys all probably know. Oh, by the way, Vanquish sweatshirt is awesome. Good quality and soft inside. Excellent. I am very glad. I was actually very hands off on that whole project. So you should green screen Matt's room in your first week. He drinks lattes. He's adapted. Yeah, I definitely did not drink lattes before I moved out here. I will say that. Apparel nerd fact: Union shirts are usually nice because they. Yes, this is definitely the case with these, and Nicole's dad same way. So it's. I've heard that fact before. I like sell the Pilates machine. I think that we'll be moving that to the new location. Matt can just move into your current place, and I told him he's got to move to California. You come work with me every day. He didn't seem super stoked by that offer. If he's selling, why don't you buy? The reason that we decided we wanted to move was not because he was selling. That came after the fact. It's because we would like the larger space. This house is very tiny. I say very tiny. We have guests come stay for a month at a time on occasion. And in those situations, it can feel a little bit more cramped. So will you be moving mannequin heads as well? Yes. I assume. I don't actually know where they are, so they'll probably surprise me at least once during the move. Make and model your mesh chair. It is an Office Max special. It is my second one in 5 years. It is from what does it say? No. I don't see it. I don't think it's not like a fancy brand. It's not a human scale or any of the other expensive brands. It's like a $200 or $300 chair. On your Jimmy build, what is your weight and balance? 7 pounds, 1 ounce, or like 7 pounds even, basically. And it's the balance point is right at the front rod ends. So just right where, like on the rod end itself, just ahead of the pivot ball. Is there any 3D printed parts required for the mud truck? Nope, not at all. You can do it 100% bolt on. I actually don't have any. I designed some 3D printed parts and I'm not running them on mine yet. Just, yeah. I'm skeptical of moving companies. I really don't want a bunch of things. Yeah, I know what you mean there. I know. Just feel like, actually moving it myself. It's just the double shear mounts. Yeah, that would be what the 3D printed parts are. You just don't need them. You can run them if you want. It's probably a good idea. I just haven't. Yeah. 7-pound 1 ounce bundle of joy. Okay, just kind of moving back to Kansas. Nope. Just moving within the city to a house that's slightly bigger, but will not necessarily have more stuff. What's a good 4S power system for the mud truck to go with a Reefs 888? Ooh. I am running, what did I put in mine? I put a Holmes Polar Pro in mine with a Mamba X. And so that is a 4S all day. Yeah. Just some college hunks. Lauren, watch yourself. Would an origin body fit on any VS410? Yes, if you change up like the sliders. The sliders are more particular to each of them. So that's, you would want to change that or not change them and run something that wouldn't interfere. But yeah. Have a moving party. Everyone that comes, I'll snack one box. I don't want people. I don't want people to be over in general. I'd just do it myself if I thought it was reasonable. I just put the Polar with a Mamba X in my Rift. It's kind of a mud truck. Yeah, that's no kidding. The Rift kind of is. It's ready for just about anything. I can attract with forks. We can move the world. At least the heavy shit. I just feel like it's going to be hard to get in here to this toolbox. And any optic specific brass on the horizon for VP? Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't. I just empty the trash cans. Hello, Mom. Yes. I did let everybody know. Nicole had both my mom and her mom play a joke on me, which I thought was serious. I thought that they both did not know that I was joking, even though Nicole got them to. She put up the whole thing for me. Both of them were pretty what do you call it? The word that means like it was believable. They were both very believable. Yeah. Go through the wall, problem solved. Yeah. I feel like that would have an effect on my security deposit. Is there anything besides the Rift that is like a legit rock bouncer, busted knuckle style? Not really. The Rift is really as close as it gets to that. Convincing. That is the word I was looking for. Yes. Yes. They were both very convincing. So, but no, I think the Rift is pretty much as close as it gets. There's maybe some other ones that are close-ish, but I don't think anything that even touches how close the Rift does get. Do you get it through Send Cut Send? The mud truck stuff? Yes. If you go to the mud truck video, there's links in the bottom that kind of outline everything, which you should be able to see. You can't joke about grandbabies knives come out. They know by now. I'm trying to no talk about a word nobody can say. It's not bad though. It's actually really good. I really like that. Uh, it's pretty reasonable. Kids. See, I love kids for a little while. And then I'm ready to go home. But I'm glad when they're around for a little while. Links for the shocks you used on the mud truck. Well, I haven't used them yet. These are them. They are the Pro Spec Scalar shocks, 105 to 110. Now, I will say that the cheapest price I found on these was on Amazon. Even like my reduced cost pricing that I could get from them direct, like since I can get a little bit of a deal, was not cheaper than Amazon. And I had to pay shipping there where Amazon was free. And it was sold by Horizon still. Riddle me that. Just saying. Jeez. Yeah. You should have went with the Proline 5-inch XT. I think that would have been too big. You love kids as long as they aren't yours. Yes. Agreed. Like, what was it? Oh yeah, when I was up at Brandon's with Matt for Brandon's 40th birthday. And Brandon has 3 kids. One that's like 7 or 8, right in there, and then twins that are 4 or so, maybe somewhere right in there. Anyway, I had a bag of sunflower seeds. I was like, here. They're like, they've never had them before. They're like, so I'm like, no, you got to spit out the outside part. Walking up to their mom, spitting. She's like, Josh, did you give them sunflower seeds? Yeah. Or there was cake for Brandon's birthday. Kids are there. It's like, oh, like, can I have another little piece? I'm like, sure. Here you go. None of the things that I was supposed to do. My favorite way. Yeah, I'm not here to tell you no. You can have whatever you want. So how many trucks come ready with batteries at the swap? I will say that when I loaded one of them into the truck, I was like, oh, there's a battery in there. I don't know how many others, but there was one. The number is not 0. Proline Flash rear big bores is what you wanted. That is quite large. These will still look quite scale appropriate, I think. I saw at least one in the video. TRX 5000, it's in there. It's a TRX 4000, but thanks, other Josh. Yeah. So it'll be all right. What perks do the gold and platinum members mean? So, Zach, that's a great question. And part of that is on me. So I rolled out a new, or not rolled out. I have been testing a new feature that I'm able to use. And I just have to find out the right ways to use it. So I can make certain things that now only appear in those catalogs, which has been my ideal method. So we have a handful of items that we've kind of thought of that we wanted to be like, hey, we need to make, it'd be fun to make these only available to, like, for people of like that hit a tier or whatever, just because like it'd be like a fun little just special thing that they could get and be like a cool thank you for being hitting those levels. But I need to kind of exercise that a little bit more. It's just been super busy with actual work stuff, not just my stupid personal stuff. But yeah. What kV are you going to use in the Rockabilly? I'm going 3000 kV in my opt. You mean you're talking about my regular Rockabilly, right? 3000 is a lot. Now, 3000 in an optic, I'm fine with that because that's a plastic cage and you can do stupid, crazy stuff and be fine. In this, I would not want to run a 3000 just because, like, I would absolutely be worried about just taco in a tube and just, bit, which, I mean, I've had cages like that I did. But, for this one, I went with an 1800 kV Revolver 540M from Holmes Hobbies, just because they're nice and smooth and easy. So that's what I'm running in this one. But I need to get this finished and painted. No 4S on a 3000. Well, it's not recommended, but I ran a 4S on my 3100 kV Tekin for like 3 or 4 years and it never exploded. So, like, it was screaming. It was making wild, rowdy noises. Yeah. That's fun. Oh, by the way, Andy, Red Line Club, Andy sent us at work this, what is this stuff called? Let's see. This stuff. Share screen. This. Go. Like, oh, I don't know if any of you guys have tried this stuff, but it was ridiculous. For one, it did not. The flavor was not fantastic. It works. It's quite the energy drink. The flavor is a little like a big vitamin. It's not Rooster Booster, though. I do love Rooster Booster. Have you thought about Cerakote in the Rockabilly? I've never. No, I haven't. Mainly just because I've only ever, like, I just do it myself. So I did warn you. You are correct. Dual ESC recommendations. Thinking Holmes, obviously, have you used the Radio Master Zorro? No, I've not used the Radio Master Zorro. I think that this radio is likely capable of it without any problems. I actually don't know what the Zorro looks like. But I would probably use maybe the Holmes HV, ProMaster HV, if I was going to guess. Do you reverse the motor on the VFD trans like you've done in your moon buggy? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean on that. I'm going twin stick. Why? It's ridiculous. Grow up, Tyler. Look at the Zora. All right, let's look at this. How do we do? Oh, okay, there we go. Look at that. I'm just playing with buttons. Radio Master Zorro. Okay, yes, I have seen this thing. Grow up, Peter Pan. Yeah. No. Don't do that. No. Just get a regular controller. You've got a kid now. Be an adult. Rear motor armor. You know what? Don't worry about that part of it. Just get to drive. Just drive like the rest of us first, and then you'll be fine. Would be good. Can self-center the sticks, and then there's gate. Listen, we don't need this type of negativity around here. Get a pistol grip like the rest of us. How many legs have you broken, Tyler? You need one hand on the controller and one hand to steady yourself. Don't need you walking around with a cane again. So like the rest of us, fine. Who is us? Yeah, don't worry about the twin sticks. Psh. There's a nice Corvette. As soon as I have to replace the tires, as soon as I'm ready to replace tires, I'll do a burnout video. Still makes me nervous. I drive like an old man. I just like the sound of my exhaust. I'm lucky I'm not in a chair. Exactly. That's why you should just be careful and get a regular pistol grip radio where you can have one free hand. Use a pistol grip for your airplanes like FPV, just stay home and drive from there. Yeah. What brand was the F1 car you were bringing to the swap meet tomorrow? I bought that F1 car in 2020 during the thing. No. In 2020, if you guys remember, when Friday Night Live started, and I was just building anything I could. Well, that F1 car, that came off of one of the like AliExpress or Hobby King or one of the overseas sites. But like I was just out of kits to build. Like I had built everything that was a kit that was in stock on AMain. Like however many Tamiya cars, because most of them were out of stock, other than a Clodbuster, which I just didn't want to build. But like so many, like I was just out of, so I was like, fine, I'll buy this thing. And I bought that F1 car and it showed up and it was already assembled basically. Like other than like a couple of things, it was just already done. I was like, well, this was a massive waste of time and money. I didn't want an F1 car. I just wanted to build it and it was reasonably inexpensive. Like, so then it's sat ever since then. I'm left-handed and to this day never used a left-handed radio. I mean, yeah, like if you guys have been in RC for a long time, like ambidextrous radios just weren't a thing. So left-handed or not, you were going to learn to drive the same way as everybody else. Or the one thing that I think I've seen more left-handers do than anything is drive like this, like drive with the radio like against their chest, and then do this. I think that's the only other thing that I've seen. Like, speaking on energy drinks, did you order any Kinetic with Cleese's new endeavor? I have not yet. I probably will try it just to support because, why not? And I obviously drink energy drinks already, so I'll give it a shot. And support 3% of owning 3% of the company or not. What? Please film it. I'm curious. Okay, I can do that. I'll try and do that. It does the weirdo lefty style. Why weren't you working on becoming an alcoholic during that time like the rest of us? Oh man, what a that was so busy. God. So funny story. I only write and weld left-handed. I do everything else right-handed. That how do you so like you're saying weld? Do you mean like TIG weld with the torch in your left? See, I'll switch hands with the torch. I don't have a problem with that. Um, hmm. We had several guys at the track take a standard radio, flip it upside down, and use their thumb for throttle and brake. How do you even do that? How do you get your thumb there? Upside down and backwards, maybe? So I think that's still. I don't know. I can't. I can't do it. Cleveland's part is the best. And then, hey, if I'm in like the next 50 below Cletus, I'd be pretty proud of that. I love it's just content I really enjoy watching. Let's see. Oh, so like this. Okay. So Will's saying they hold it this way. Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually that's not the weirdest thing to me. And it actually still feels normal to me. I think I could do that without a problem. If I had the steering turned, or reversed the right or wrong way, whatever it would be, I think I could do that without a problem. I think that's actually what I did when we were at ASD, and there was a competition between Schultz and I, and they gave us a radio, and the steering and throttle were both reversed. So when they handed it to me, I tried it. So I turned it around this way, and I held the radio like this, and it just fixed everything and destroyed Schultz. That's when I got the belt. Just dropped in. What bizarre world did I fall? Talking about lefties and non-left-handed radios. I'm left-handed, but you grab it normal. Yeah. See, I have to try it. It feels somewhat normal. You still have the Hot Boy? Oh no. I don't know. Tonight I grabbed an armful of radios, like a literal armful. I had to have Nicole get the door and dropped them into a box and put them in Gunner's truck to sell. I might not have the Hot Boy anymore. This is a tragedy. And I was just going to sell that whole box for like one price. Okay. I just checked my radio bin. It's got like receivers and all that kind of stuff in there. It's just like new receivers and wheel. What is this? Strap, but just like I bought a bunch of Radio Master receivers when I swapped over. So, and then I also have like all of the old receivers that I had before. So like 50 receivers in there. But Hot Boy number 1 is in here. Because I bought 2 of them when I bought it. Will the Hot Boy MOA? It wouldn't do dig. Unless I had like an old punk dig. You remember those? Are you selling Matt's radio? Yeah, obviously. You still have the Magnum body, right? Where did it go? I didn't see it. Huh. I'm not associated with the Hot Boy controller. It got me my likeness. Oh god. Sell the belt. But yeah, this thing, not the best radio. Very, very rattly. But if you don't remember this thing, you know, you got your steering input, or your throttle, but then your steering is on this. And then it has this button here is for cruise control. So you hold the throttle to a level and then you press the cruise button and then it'll just stay there. Just kind of cruises. Yeah, channel 3, channel 4, trims. It's just the power button. There's more trim. Still has battery. What do you know? I should probably sell some of that shit. It's gonna stick drift like a Nintendo 64. Yeah. Use a Hot Boy radio for a speed run. I did a comp with it once, and it was super easy. I did really well until I started to get like down to a time, and I was starting to get a little flustered and nervous. And I was like trying to rush, and then like that, it all kind of fell apart. And I never put out that video because I couldn't figure out why the footage was all trash. Like it was just useless. And then I later found out that it was just an issue with how Premiere Pro imported iPhone HDR footage. So I don't think I still have that footage, but if I did, I could fix it because now it's just a very simple thing to do. But like, damn it. Let's see. Xbox crawler build challenge. Crawler, an X-Max build challenge in general, just something with an X-Max is something I would like to do. Yes. Atari 2600. Do I don't think that I know what Atari 2600. Oh. Maybe. I feel like, I mean, I guess it's got at least 2 channels. The red button. Is the red button an action button? So 3 channel. I still run a punk dig. Let me get that. You still run a punk dig and you're worried about going to a twin stick. See? This is ridiculous. Probably never saw Trek Wars either. I have not. Thank you. No, yeah, I definitely do not think that I ever played an Atari 2600. Loading. You can buy one for $129. HDMI output. 10 games. I'm guessing not an original. Vader 20. See? I don't know these things. 8-bit goodness. With rotary knob. See, we had some sort of early console a little bit as a kid. I don't really remember what it was, if it was an Atari. I think we called it an Atari, but it actually wasn't. But we didn't play it very much. And then, because like when I was finally to an age where I was like doing the video games a little bit more, it was NES. Like that's when it really started for me. I don't remember what year NES came out. Was it 89? Let's see. When did the NES? Not images. 85. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So we definitely didn't get it when it was new then, because I would have been 2. So I think we probably got it more when I was like 4 or 5 at least. I remember going and getting it. So maybe it was even later. I don't know. Oh, the American national average release was 86 still. September 86. Yeah. I saw Sega 32, then N64, PS. Yeah, so NES, we had Super NES, Nintendo 64, Sega Dreamcast. And then I think from Dreamcast, I went to Xbox. Did I have one after? Yeah, Xbox. I had a PS2, 2, 3, and 5. Sega CD. Never had a Sega CD. The middle country's always behind here. Crazy Taxi. Oh yeah. I still love the Dreamcast. I remember I had a Baja game for the Dreamcast that I loved so much. It was like an open world kind of thing, but it was just like a small world that repeated. Like you go to just what was it called? Dreamcast Baja game. I always remember the graphics feeling like it was pretty buggy heat. That might have been it. Yeah. OG Xbox was life changing. Oh, so much Halo. So much Halo. Baja Edge of Control. I wonder which one it was. I'd have to look it up. But I remember playing that a good bit. I played a lot of Madden back in the day. So yeah. I don't remember a ton, but loved me some video games. Blockbuster nights were awesome. Yeah. Going the video game aisle. Which one do I want to rent this week? Yeah. Dude, when I got GT7 for the Sim, it took like, I don't know, 6 hours to download that thing. And I've got decent internet, not great, but like 300 meg down. It's just, it took forever. RC Pro Am. Have you guys seen the Am Pro Engineering shirt that they did that looked like that? Oh, so good. He did such a good job. Yeah. Well, it is 8:00 and 300 down is bad. That's not bad. That's pretty decent. Not terrible, at least. I'm just saying. But yeah. We have fiber with 10 gig up and down. Whatever. Nowhere's letting you use that much speed. Anyway. That's going to do it for tonight. I need to go to bed early because I've got to leave here at 5 a.m. to go see if a bunch of nerds in the Bay Area want my nerd stuff. So go hang out with nerds. Sounds like a great day. Hope to see some of you there. And yeah, I think it's be fun. I'm stressing. Appreciate all of you guys for joining me tonight, and I'm sure I'll see you soon. And I think I'll try and put up a video in regards to the swap meet. You'll get to see some sort of before and after. Do you want to see the the current status of the van before we left. So packed in there. I did have more room, a little bit, not a ton, but a little bit. So probably good on what I need to take. Call it. Hey, thank you very much. Lighticum. I don't know how to say that name, but thank you very much, no matter what, for the Hong Kong dollars. I'll babble forever. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time.